Podium, welcome back to the Monster Energy FIM Motocross of Nations, the 77th edition. The 11th time on British soil and the 3rd time here at Matterley Basin. My name's Paul Malin. Jason Thomas from Fly Racing alongside me for the final race of the day as well. MXGP and Open. And what a race we are set to have. It's very close at the top and probably just as close when you start taking points away, the highest points. We'll do all of that as it unfolds from lap 1, lap 2 when we get an update. But we're just outside the city of Winchester. It's a little bit drizzly, but is that the low cloud coming in? We thought it was flares a moment ago before we went down there, so it's all kicking off. I'm hoping it's still flares, but anyway, the atmosphere is still electric here despite the damp conditions. The French are in good mood, so too the Americans, the Dutch, the Spanish and the Australians. Goggles are going to be causing havoc once again. The drizzle down there, live images. We're going to show you race 1 and race 2 highlights in just a moment. But the racetrack here, 1,880 meters long. You can see the dirt. It's clay, sticky. There's light patches. They are the rock slick areas, just over 1.1 miles long. There it is as a flat plan. And Jason Thomas, we are set for a grand finale showdown, aren't we, to determine who wins the Peter Chamberlain Trophy.
There are so many different ways that this race 3 could go, and that's amazing going into it. There are, I don't know, 5 or 6 countries that all are looking at it with a chance to walk away as the winner.
Well, the weather has definitely been a lot milder than it was yesterday. Let's take a look at the highlights of race 1 and race 2 earlier on in the day. Race 1, MX2 and MXGP, Tom Vial not getting a great start, but it was Jorge Prado who swept across everybody. Gajser was there in 2nd, Siwa there 3rd, Fevre ran the outside on the number 1, but it was Herlings emerging in around 3rd position, just ahead of Siwa. Eli Tomac was in there as well, in around 5th. Kenny alongside him on the Suzuki, Kenny Roxon of course, and it was Roxon who was on the charge up into 4th. He then went after Herlings to move into 3rd, but up front it was Gajser, who moved around the outside of Prado to take over the lead, and from there, no one saw which way he went. Herlings made a mistake that dropped him from 3rd down to 12th. He would have a lot to do. Yeah,
that was a big moment here. Herlings going down, and Tomac getting that start was so pivotal to set the USA up. You're just going to see him here make a move on Jorge Prado, which coming into the weekend, I wouldn't have expected that. Prado not having his best race, and Tomac really stepping up.
Yeah, he was up to 2nd as Fevre found his way past Prado as well as he carved his way past the Spaniard. Coonan, though, he was up to 5th. He was the best MX2. Did not line up for race 2, and that scuppered Belgium's chances. That put Kay de Wolf into the top spot for the Netherlands and for the MX2 class. His teammate, Jeffrey Herlings, came in behind him. Those two would finish 5th and 6th, with Herlings getting the better of his MX2 teammate. But it was a win for Gajser, Tomac 2nd, Fevre 3rd, Prado, Herlings and de Wolf. Race 2, just a moment ago, the rain continued. It was just drizzle, though, throughout. Maxime Renault next to the box, he spun up. The Swiss rider, Valentin Guillot, over the bars, did not finish the race. But it was Fernandez who grabbed the foxhole shot, but the first MX2 rider was in 2nd position. That was Simon Langenfelder on the number 11. Racialist was 3rd for Latvia on an MX2 machine. Lawrence in 4th, Jett Lawrence, but he was quickly making moves. He was up into 2nd, and then he found his way past Ruben Fernandez to take over the lead, and from there, no one saw which way he went.
Yeah, Fernandez fights back pretty hard here, and that was kind of the last that Fernandez would see of Jett Lawrence, the last that anybody would see of Jett Lawrence in race 2.
Pushing too hard, Kay de Wolf, he was in 3rd, going after the Spaniard Fernandez for 2nd, picked himself up in 5th, got himself quickly back to 4th, and eventually he would come home in 5th place as Maxime Renault eventually got the better of him. For France, Koldenhoff, his wingman, fell from 12th to 18th, and all of a sudden, Holland under pressure going into the final race. But Jett Lawrence winning for Australia from Ruben Fernandez, Langenfelder, Renault, de Wolf and Conrad Muse, who came home in 6th. And what a fight through the field that was. 24th place. Take a look at how they stand then. On 34 points, the Netherlands, but they can ditch 18. USA on 35, they can ditch 17, hopefully. Australia 3rd, they can throw away a 19 score. France and Spain on 41 and 45 can throw away 22 and 26 points, respectively. These are their live scores as they stand, all 4 scores counting from their first 2 races, but as the race gets on and we go finish line to finish line, we will get a true reflection as to how this thing is shaping up. It's how they do line up. Prado and Fernandez on pole for Spain. All 450 machines. Fevre, Renault, Lawrence, Searle, and Muse, Roczen and Nagel, Herlings, Koldenhoff, Gajser and Panzer, Van Donnick and Geerts. I mean, even those 16 riders there on a good day, absolutely stacked Jason Thomas. And there's more to come, probably.
Yeah, it's, man, you think about all the potential battles we're going to see over the next 35 minutes. Couldn't ask for a better setup than we have here.
The rest of the riders list then, Tomac and Plessinger, and then Ferrato, Bonacorsi for Italy, Hogmo, Tondal, Siwa. I doubt Guillaume is going to be lining up after that hit. But, yeah, it's been a fascinating contest already. Belgium, obviously, struggling with no scores on the board from Lucas Koenen, and, of course, Great Britain as well, struggling with Max Anstey, crashing out of race 1, not lining up in race 2. Maxime Renault, who would you put up the inside? Would you put Prado up the inside or Fernandez, knowing that Prado can gate from anywhere?
I would ask Prado where he feels more comfortable. If he feels like being on the inside is important, I put him there. If he feels confident on the outside, I put Fernandez up the inside. But I would truly put that decision on Jorge Prado to make.
Tense moments. That's just in the booth. Conrad Muse, a fantastic ride in race 1, 24th to 6th to fly the flag for Great Britain.
Maybe the ride of his career to this point.
Probably,
on this
yes.
Stage.
Absolutely. Hunter Lawrence, race 1, came home in, where was he? 8th place, ahead of his MX2 teammate, Kyle Webster, who was in 11th. There's Jeremy Siwa. But realistically, 5 teams duking it out for the 3 podium places. Is Germany going to be one of those? Who knows? But Kenny Roczen, Team Germany, he was good in race 1, but eventually he came home in 10th place. Jett Lawrence going to the outside, possibly. Just judging by how late these guys are getting their way to the line. So he's going to go alongside Romain Fevre and Fernandez. So yeah, Prado is going to be inside gates, gate number 5 as they line up. Bonacorsi on the 7 next to him. Maxime Renault has gone into the inside gate. There's Herlings as well. And that'll be Gajser, surely, or Fernandez, sorry, maybe alongside them. Yeah, Plessinger over here. So Tomac is going to be over on the left side.
Jett outside, Fernandez outside. So just interesting the strategy, right? They're going to try to put Prado out front, try to get that 1 up on the board if they can find a way to do that. They're hoping Jett can gate well from the outside, giving Hunter that inside because he gated poorly from the outside earlier. Put Tomac up the inside. He had a really strong first moto. So everybody's making individual decisions based on the math, based on who's riding their best today.
Right, race 3, MXGP and the Open Class riders. The fly racing 15-second board up for the final time at this year's Monster Energy FIM Motocross of Nations here at Matterley Basin, Great Britain. 30-minute plus 2 laps. Conrad Muse poised there on the 30. Herlings alongside him. The 3 of Fevre, the 3 of Renault, the 7 of Ferrato. The 5-second board turn. The middle of the gate on this side and next to the box on the other side. But Prado, electric out of the start. Fantastic jump for him.
Jett coming in from the outside is going to get pushed out.
Tomac with the whole shot.
Incredible from Tomac.
Crosses the Fox whole shot line, and it's Tomac who leads. Siwa there in 2nd. Jett Lawrence in 3rd place, or Hunter Lawrence there in 3rd place. And then Prado here in 4th position. Fernandez in about 8th, just behind Kenny and Jeffrey.
Really looked like Prado got the jump there. I thought he would come around that first corner in front, but Hunter, I don't know if this is exactly where they would have wanted Jett, but Hunter did his job. If you're going to give him in the inside, you have to capitalize on it, and he did that thus far.
Prado digging in already up to 2nd place as he launches downhill. He was up the inside of Lawrence just a moment ago.
Jett in about 9th, 10th, something like that. So 2 and 10, that's a pretty good scenario for Australia with their decision.
Deep ruts all around this racetrack now. But as we head uphill, Eli Tomac leads for the USA. Hunter Lawrence was there in 2nd, but it's Prado. Hunter Lawrence 3rd. Gajser there in 4th, and all kinds of problems. Fernandez is down, and Koldenhoff is down as well. All of a sudden, the pressure on Spain, on the Netherlands. A mistake there from Ken Roczen on the exit of the turn. There's Jett Lawrence in around about 8th or 9th place at the moment.
See Prado doing what he does, which is sprint these early laps.
Wow, round the outside, up on the pegs. Tomac coming back.
That was really nice. And Tomac is not really known for early lap speed. He kind of likes to let the race unfold a bit, but you can tell he's pushing hard here. Understands the situation of what these guys want to do in the early laps.
Prado finds a way back on the downhill to lead at the end of this unofficial opening lap. Remember, finish line to finish line. And then when we do get over the line officially, we will start chalking off the worst scores. Gajser looking to find his way past Hunter Lawrence. He lights up the back end. This will be for third place for the number 25. And Tomac back alongside Prado as they go bar to bar. Two of the greatest riders on the 450, side by side at the opening laps of this final race of the day.
Yeah, Tomac feeling racy. You like to see that, right? Just the pass and the response and fighting back of it. Just, it kind of shows you, it gives you a little bit of a glimpse into where Tomac's mind is, as he feels racy if he's immediately responding to a pass.
Gajser has moved past Hunter Lawrence into third as they drop back into the first turn. There he is in the background, Lawrence in fourth. And look at how, like you say, racy Eli Tomac is, trying to put the pressure on Prado, trying to make him second guess. And look at this sweet move around the outside, right in front of the main fan zone here. Quick pull of the tear-offs there for the 22. 31 points, Australia, 34 the USA, 40 for France, 41 the Netherlands and 46 Spain. Very early days yet though. Third 2 years ago, second a year ago. Some say this is Australia's year. It's going to go right the way down to the wire. Right, Herlings and Jett Lawrence on the right-hand side. Those two in 7th and 8th place at the moment. Fevre just behind them, then Ferrato. And there's your first four, Prado, Tomac, Gajser and Hunter Lawrence. Roczen behind him in 5th for Germany. Herlings got himself up to 6th past Siwa. Lawrence, Jett Lawrence is in 7th. And looking just ahead of him as he finds his way past Siwa, goes after Herlings. On the pegs. Great move that. 2 passes in a couple of corners. Lawrence now making light work of everybody, including Herlings, and he's going to do Roczen probably before the end of the lap.
Yeah, same move, same place that Tomac put on Prado on the lap 1. Now Jett trying to pass Roczen, who he's obviously very familiar with.
Up into 6th place now, Jett Lawrence. Roczen ahead of him in 5th for Germany. He won the second race, which was MX2 and Open. This is MXGP or an Open, so all the big boys, the big hitters.
And I think some of the strategy here for Australia was they needed to get Hunter up front. They knew that Jett, just like this, could pass forward. He has the pace to move forward from a mediocre start. I don't think they were as sure with Hunter if he could get to the front. So I think it's a little bit unfortunate for Jett. It puts a lot of pressure on him, but they're leaning into his talent there.
Jett Lawrence.
Tomac back to the front.
Yes, down the hill. Tomac then finding his way back past the Spaniard Prado to lead.
See Jett trying to lock away Roczen here.
Finds his way into 5th.
Tricky though, but I think Roczen understands if he can stay with Jett here, that's going to drag him to the front.
It is very delicately poised, as we said. Just 2 points in it between Australia and USA. France about 6 points further back. Fevre in 8th place at the moment. It can still turn at short notice.
Tomac's pushing hard here. I think he understands that to win this overall event, he may need to put a 1 up on the board. I think he understands that the way he's pushing the pace right here.
Plessinger in 12th place. And if you're Team USA at the moment, you're counting that 12th. You're dropping the 17 of Cooper Webb from the MX2 and MXGP race 1 earlier on in the day.
Jett might win this race. I'm going to tell you right now, the way he has already caught this pack, he is the next rider to come to Hunter. He's still got a ways to go, but you look at the pace he's putting in. He wasn't the quickest on track last lap, but he is coming for these guys right now.
Prado there in 2nd. Gajser in 3rd for Slovenia. Looked like it was a heavy landing there for the Spaniard. But there's your first 3. Lawrence there, number 4. Hunter Lawrence in 4th place. Brother Jett lurking in the background. He's in 5th. He's already dropped Roczen, who's in 6th place. Herlings in 7th. Fevre 8th. Siwa, Ferrato, and Renault for France.
Tomac's got to maintain the pace here. This is his perfect spot, right? You see how aggressive he is. He's just railing the outsides of everything. He has to stay away from the clutches of Gajser. I think he's comfortable with the pace that Prado's putting in, but Gajser has shown he has had the pace all weekend long, especially today. He needs to maintain that gap where he doesn't have to ride defensive.
One of the most awkward corners on the racetrack. You don't think it, but it's so steep when you drop off of there and looking to turn back. We've seen riders struggle there in the past. Maxime Renault missed his entry point in race 2 as he caught a horrible couple of holes, but no problems for these two this time around. But Jett Lawrence, a 2:05.4, marginally quicker with the fastest lap of the race on that second lap as he moves up in the 5th, past Roczen, of course. There he is in the background. Hurling's going past Roxon. He moves up into 6th place. The Netherlands off the podium at the moment because Koldenhoff, well, he's down in 26. They're looking to drop that, but Hurling's still with a bit of work to do. Prado, about 2 seconds, 1.8 seconds behind Tomac as he fends off the rider who's been battling all year in the form of Tim Gajser. Great showing this for Hunter Lawrence, though, at the moment.
Jett went purple last lap. Still has a lot of time to make up +3 world-class riders before he can even think about winning anything, but it's just something to keep your eye on working in the background.
Plessinger, Ferrato. Ferrato charging through. Plessinger getting his way back, though, past the Italian. These two fighting over, I think, 11 now because Renault has gone past.
And every point that AP can move forward here is critical to close that gap down. Right now, they're using his score in this race 3, so the more he can move up, that's just going to lower Team USA's score.
We are on lap 3. Plessinger has Maxime Renault in his line of sight. And Romain Fevre likes his corner. He found his way past Prado there in race 1. And he elbows Ken Roxon aside. And Fevre now moves up into 7th place. Back on track for Team France, potentially. They've still got some work to do, though. A lot of work.
That's such a great passing line right there. It completely catches the rider by surprise. They think they're on the inside, but they don't even realize there's another inside being put to work.
Hurling's just ahead of him on the number 52 for the Netherlands, but Tomac's lead now going out to 2.6 seconds over Jorge Prado. Look at this, just goes so wide. That's a proper supermotard line there, which is the background of Romain Fevre. Just drifts in, full confidence, full commitment in those tyres. An easy pass on the German, and it's not easy to pass Roxon.
No, it's not, and that's the whole thing. He's catching him by surprise. Kenny had no idea that Fevre was setting up a pass right there. Once he realized it, it was far too late to do anything about it.
He's only got eyes for Hurlings at the moment, as the number 1 Frenchman. But it's all about Tomac at the moment, but Prado, he's under attack from Hunter Lawrence. Where's Gajser? Has Gajser found his way past? Yes, he has. So Gajser now up into 2nd, Prado down to 3rd, and Lawrence 4th.
Yeah, so see how Tomac responds. I felt more comfortable for Tomac when Prado was 2nd, Gajser was 3rd. I think Gajser has more speed to be able to close that gap down.
There's Jett Lawrence. Nice little hop onto just a little bit of turf there.
Yeah, Hunter looks pretty good here. He's holding his own, right? If his brother passes him, that's okay.
The points will be the same.
Yeah, but this has been a really respectable ride. He's gotten the start he needed. He's executed really smart laps thus far. Goes off the racetrack as soon as I mentioned that, but it looks good.
This was how Gajser got himself into 2nd position earlier on in the lap. In the turn, just down past pit lane, on the way to pit lane. So drop back onto the start straight. That was Gajser moving into 2nd.
Coming up to that section here again, the next lap.
Hunter will know Jett is there, I'm sure. If he doesn't, the board, or if a quick look back here this time around, he'll see him. Can't just move aside for him. He has to be close enough if he's going to move aside for his brother. 29, 30, 36 and 40. That's how tight it is at the moment. Brent Van Donnick, he's in. And he's going back out on track. Looks like he just came in for goggles, possibly. Oh, bar to bar, Lawrence and Prado. How close was that?
That could have been so much worse. I think that's pretty obvious. That's about as good as that could have gone.
When you've got 4 and 5 in the race, you can't afford to go down there. He does find his way past the Spaniard, and he moves up into 3rd place, does the number 4. That could have been a game changer in favour of you guys.
Well, it's one of those things.
Look at that. Didn't quite touch, but Prado looking across thinking, oh, Robin's not racing, my friend.
And Hunter thought Prado would be gone by the time he got there, right? So much of racing is anticipation, and they just got the timing wrong on that one, plain and simple.
Jett Lawrence eyeing up the number 19 as well. Everybody talking about the matchup between these two. So far, Prado not able to go with Tomac, with Gajser, with Hunter. And now Jett threatening to go around the outside as well.
St. Jett trying to force that inside. Prado wouldn't let him have it.
Good sweep into the outside here, and good traction for the 6.
But that pass, right, Jett had a chance to make that pass. Now he's waiting and waiting and waiting. It's those little subtle opportunities, right? We'll see how much that penalizes him when he is able to make a pass on Prado. If he is able to, how much did that cost him? He may make it right
Lawrence
here.
Up the inside. Should never have made the pass happen there, but he did somehow, pulled something out of the bag. Lawrence's 4 and 5. Jett now up in the 4th place. 3rd and 4th actually for the Lawrence brothers. Tomac, Gajser, Hunter, Jett, Prado down to 5th.
And crucially, now they have a 3-point gap over the USA with the drop score for the overall at the moment.
Yeah, just had to check up there. Look, showed him half a wheel, showed him a bike. Lawrence now up in the 4th. Right, Tomac's lead, 2.3. It's come down a couple of tenths here and there. A 2:06.7 for him, 2:05.8 for Gajser. And this is the gap between 1st and 2nd. Is that 2.3 seconds anymore? I don't think so. Eli Tomac just looking like he's taking a breather. Sector 1, 32.2, pretty much identical. But Sector 2 coming up any moment now. We'll get a bit of an indication, a 35.4 and a 34.6, so he's lost a second in Sector 2. Has Eli Tomac, as Gajser closes in for Slovenia. Slovenia can't win the classification, but they can finish 8th or 7th. But for Tim Gajser, it's about personal pride, isn't it? He won race 1, don't forget.
You start to play the what-if game here for AP, right? They're 3 points down. If Tomac could hold on and win this race, AP would have to move up 3 more spots at minimum, and he's going to have to pass the likes of Maxime Renault, Jeremy Sewer, Ken Roxon. Then it's Febvre, Hurl. Like, it's such a who's who above him to work through. It's a really difficult setup to move forward.
27 points, Australia, 30 for the USA, 36 France, and the Netherlands on 40. Are we looking at a 2-horse race now in the next 15.5 minutes, plus 2 laps between Australia and the United States of America?
Little mistake for Tomac there. He's on the edge. Take a little look over to make sure he knows who he's dealing with.
Tim's, and for Gajser, he's a neutral in all of this. Like I say, he can't win it, can't make the podium, but he won race 1. He can go 1-1 here, win the MXGP class outright. But if he does that, he takes a crucial point away from the US. That puts him on 20. That puts him on 31, 4 behind Australia. But these guys are already 4 seconds clear of Hunter. Jett 6.3 seconds off the lead at the moment, as it stands. The leader being Tomac. Searle in 20th place. Muse is in 14th position for GB. That's going to bring them up into 10th place overall. Bit of a salvage job there for Mark Chamberlain's Great Britain. The gap was only 8 tenths as they hit the line a lap ago between these two. 2:08 Tomac, 0.4, 2:06.9 for Gajser, 2:07.4, 2:07.3 for the Lawrences.
Nervous faces down on Team Australia. They've never won this event.
Never.
And they're in, I don't know that you're going to be in better position than you are right now. Yes, you could have a bigger score, but really they just need to hold serve. Stay where you're at. Don't make a big mistakes. I'm curious to see if Jett Lawrence pushes the pace here to try to get around Hunter, try to move forward, or they just sit right here knowing they can win it in this position.
Tomac dragging a leg as Gajser looks to go around the outside. Horrible corner, very, very difficult corner. It's long, it continues to bend back on itself. Back end off the top of the berm there for Tomac, but it's also deep and rutty and unpredictable, off-cambered. Tim Gajser looking good here. And Gajser does utilise that inside line. Thereby, side by side as they hit the line. And Gajser will have the inside line as they go into the final turn. Gajser leads on lap 8.
Another point for Australia there. Another point of cushion. That'll take them from
Fighting
27
back
to 31.
immediately, though.
Wow,
Eli Tomac
response.
getting the elbows out, and Gajser coming back for more as well. Oh, go on, boys. Put everything on the line. Tomac wants this win for America. Gajser just wants the race win to win the class. Really putting to work at the moment.
Yeah, and Eli wants to win for himself too, right? There is a part of that.
Exactly.
Yes, he wants to race for Team USA. Yes, there is all of that, but this is Eli Tomac. He's had a really rough couple of years with injuries. He wants to come out and win this race.
Look at this here. They were already bar to bar a moment ago, and then Tim chucks that Honda down the inside of the Yamaha man. Tomac just finds another gear, pulls clear, but for how much longer? Well, there's your answer. They're still locked together, and a mistake for Tomac. Gajser looks across, can't believe it. He quads his way up, lands heavily. We got a new leader again for the second time this lap.
Yeah, Tomac's on the limit, right? Which is fine. He's comfortable on the limit, but he is absolutely on the limit.
And a mistake there from Gajser. Manages to stay ahead though.
See Gajser dive to the inside there, trying to protect. He felt more than anything, felt Eli Tomac coming up the inside. You see that swerve back. That's a purely defensive move.
Looking for the outside, staying away from those grabby, sticky ruts on the inside through. Oh, the yellows were on the downside there. They wouldn't have seen that because they weren't on the upslope on the first one. So that's going to be I don't know. They need to be on the takeoff.
Yeah, I mean, once
you can't
see it once you're in the air.
Those flags are in the wrong place. They need a flag on the top and a flag in the landing zone. Everybody jumping down that same part of the racetrack. So Gajser, your new leader, at the end of lap 8. We go into lap 9. The Slovenian with a 1.8 second advantage. Jett Lawrence is now up in the third. That doesn't change their score. Fighting every step of the way, Tim Gajser.
Trying to get traction, right? The bike's hopping around.
So Jett Lawrence, 4.7 seconds down on Eli Tomac. He was a 2:08.1. Tomac was a 2:09.8.
There's this number 6 guy is closing the gap.
Australia, an 8th in race 1 with Hunter Lawrence, and an 11th with Carl Webster in race 1 for the MX2 riders. Webster's score of 19 was dropped. We're currently looking at a 1-3 in the open class. Results for Jett Lawrence.
Jett tips the head up. He looked up to see where Gajser and Tomac were. And I don't know how I feel about this. Like, they have this race locked up for the most part, right? With barring disaster, is the wise move for Jett to go up and try to win the overall?
Well, put it this way, Hunter coming under pressure now from Jeffrey Hurlings. That will take a point away and
so
tighten
no
things up
point
again.
unturned, right? So if you can get it, go get it. I think there's
absolutely,
that part
go
as
get
well.
it.
Yeah.
And Hurlings up to 5th. He's found his way past Jorge Prado. And here's how he did it. Final couple of corners. Or actually, where was it? Stepping down the hill, wasn't it?
The quad there, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right for Hunter, because look, you see Prado, you see Febvre coming, right? That could be another point. So I think they would have loved to keep that gap and stay 3-4 there, but with the pressure coming from behind, Jett had to go.
Just under 10 minutes plus 2 laps to go. Australia still in pole position at the moment, with Jett and Hunter Lawrence in 3rd and 4th place. They are on 27 points. The Americans, Team USA, are 2nd on 31 points, with France on 36. Wow, 2:06 last time around for Jett Lawrence. 2:09s for Gajser and Tomac, as Jett moves in to within a second of Eli Tomac. We need to go to the battle at the front, because Tomac under pressure from Jett Lawrence.
That was over 3 full seconds quicker.
This is 2nd and 3rd. And he's looking to cut down the inside. Tomac chasing wide lines. He's off balance there. Comes up shorter than he would have liked.
I'm telling you, Paul, this kid is not
doubles his way into that turn. Come back here from Tomac, though. No, he doesn't get over the jump on the top of the hill. And all of a sudden, Jett Lawrence up into second, strengthening their grip now on this Chamberlain Trophy. Great performance from the number 6.
Yeah, this kid's 21 years old. That's the scary thing. He's only getting better. And I don't know that you could have a brighter future than he has.
We've only ever had, since 1947, 10 nations win the Monster Energy FIM Motocross of Nations. Only 14 nations have ever made it to the podium. Are we going to get an 11th victor here this weekend? A new winner on the trophy in the form of Australia. We still have around 8 minutes plus 2 laps to go to determine the outcome. Team USA with...
See that hop there where Tomac had to come almost to it? Those are the little things, right? It seems so small and trivial, but you wonder, how did he make up 3 seconds a lap, the prior lap? It's there. It's a half a second there. It's a quarter of a second the next corner.
Exactly.
That ends up being 3.5 seconds.
And where he made his move into that right-hander, just doubling over the ruts, which he did yesterday so effectively as well. Right, he's only he's about, well, we'll see, it's about 2.3 seconds behind Tim Gajser. Are we going to see Jett Lawrence go 1-1 in the open category to win that? And are we going to see him go 1-1 overall to win the thing outright? 2.2 seconds between Gajser and Lawrence. 207.7 for your leader, 206.7 for Lawrence. Tomac a 208.9 that time around, and Hunter Lawrence a 206.6, 7 seconds down on Tomac. Tomac still in the fight though, right there, look, on the number 22, keeping Jett Lawrence in his sight, keeping him honest.
Jett's quicker in this section than Gajser. Gajser's been going all the way to the outside. It's not really gained. Oh, big mistake from Jett there. That was a big mistake.
Hasn't put himself under pressure though, but it has cost him time.
Yeah, they had been making, both Tomac and Jett had been making a lot of time going up that inside where Gajser's going all the way around. But when you make a big mistake, all that's for naught. Tomac fighting back here.
He is.
Not done.
No, it's impressive that he's coming back.
I think he realizes that Jett is going to go chase down Gajser, and if he can stay with him, guess what happens? You get to Gajser as well.
So Jett Lawrence finding his way past his teammate and brother. Saw him there, didn't need to hold him up anymore. That got him up into 4th, or into 3rd at that time. He's now gone after Tomac. He's found his way into 2nd. He's got Gajser ahead of him. The top 3 separated by about 3 seconds.
And a lot of times too, when Tomac sees that mistake from Jett, that gives him confidence. It's like, oh, okay, well, Roxon go down there. But those moments kind of reignite the fire inside of Tomac and bring him back to the front. And they know we said it several times today, every single point counts. So for Tomac, if anything goes wrong, if Gajser makes a mistake, Jett makes a mistake.
Who's in the front? Oh,
Roxon makes a mistake.
Yeah, just gets caught up on the foot pegs there on the bank, on the inside. That's going up towards the quad, the corner before the step down.
Yeah, we've seen that type of crash so many times today where they're standing on the foot pegs and they just lose the front as it goes away into a
Jett
run.
Lawrence isn't getting away from Tomac.
No, I think Tomac's trying with everything he has to stay with him. See, Tomac dropped back down to a 207, all 3 of them in the 207. So they're responding to the increased pace from Jett there.
Tomac marginally quicker than the other 2 riders, and we're talking hundredths of a second.
Yeah.
Nothing in it. The gap widening, though, between Australia and the USA.
See this inside versus outside if Jett can get this inside. He switches to the outside. Obviously didn't want any more of that inside that he had such a big mistake in, but watch Tomac on that inside. It's just such a shorter distance to go.
That's the little hop over that double into the turn. Tomac just in the clutch there as he comes into land, mid-air.
Yeah, he's hard on the clutch, always has been. You hear that high revving just wide open, and he almost uses the clutch as a brake at times. He'll just leave it wide open and use that clutch in and out to slow himself down.
Can he dig deep? Deep enough to find his way past Jett Lawrence? Or has Lawrence found something else to get him right back onto the rear wheel? And there was your answer right there. He's all over the back of Gajser. It's not 2 seconds between the Slovenian and the Australian there. Top of the hill through that right-hander.
And I think Jett has a few sections on the track where he's really quick, right? And he'll close it back up, kind of stay the same, and then use those sections to close the gap back down again.
How good is this, though, for Honda as well? Tim Gajser winning race 1 for HRC. Jett Lawrence winning race 2 for HRC. We may get a clean sweep of race wins for HRC this weekend. Heading uphill. We are on lap 12. Race 2, which was the Open and MX2, was a 16-lapper. Race 1, which was MXGP in race 2, was a 16-lapper.
Oh, Gajser with a big mistake off the hay bale there. Allowed Jett to pull even closer.
He's destroyed the hay bale there. And I think Tomac just had to go around it. Didn't want to hit because that's a big clump of solid block there. Anyway, nothing in it.
A little bit of a warning to Jett, like, see what I'll do to this hay bale. What do you think I'll do to you?
Both riders having to go wide. There's a back marker. But 2 minutes plus 2 to go. Probably the race of the day so far.
Yeah, lapped right, both of them.
Oh, and Renault is down. That might play into the hands. No, because Febvre's just ahead of him. Oh, all kinds of carnage going through there as a result. So Renault down from 8th place. Oh, did you hear the panic rev there from Jett Lawrence?
Yeah, and I think that sounded worse than it was, right? It didn't look great, but I think if you asked Jett, he'd be like, I was all right, but I have to hold it wide open so I don't go over the bars. But yeah, in any situation, not great. But again, closing up to the rear.
Just watch the body. Oh, no, not here, is it? That was Renault.
Same crash as the Wolf.
Yeah.
Same exact crash the Wolf had.
They are 2 points ahead of the Netherlands. France. So that 3rd place is still being disputed. And so too is the lead of this race between Gajser and Jett Lawrence. Front end just got up on him there on the number 6. Cost him a little bit of time. Half a dozen bike lengths or so. Slow rider. Tell you what, use him as a berm, Jett.
Yeah.
And straight back onto him. No time at all. It's a 3-lap race. 2-lap board will not go out this time around. We're 2 corners away from the finish line. Hurling's in 5th, Febvre 6th. Watch this here.
Team Canada there.
Half a second in it, and Lawrence pushing down the inside. Gajser knows he's there. He can't afford to run too wide.
Not enough traction there on the inside for Jett, but he can get underneath him.
Bikes, but he's going to try. Oh, how tight to the post was that? He chucked it in there. How did he find that line? That was absolutely phenomenal. That was ridiculous. He cut back to the inside. He was hugging those white posts, found an inside line. Watch this here. He looks across here, he backs off around about now, and then all of a sudden he just cuts back to the inside, gets on the gas early. Oh, what a pass.
Yeah, he forced him, in the end, he forced him to commit, right? And you see Tim fighting back here, but he forced him to commit to the outside. Once he got him to commit to the outside, he pivoted back to the inside. Oh, you see Jett making a mistake. The track is so tough right now, and both of these guys are pushing the edge. They both want to win this so badly, not only for your country, like Slovenia's out of this thing. For Jett, he's got to think about, we've got to win this for Australia, but also he wants to win. Like, he wants to win on this stage. He wants to be Tim Gajser. He wants to be the top Honda on the day.
Oh, Febvre's down.
That is really
and that's
tough to see.
I mean, irrespective of the podium, Febvre not looking good there.
Yeah, I hate to see that, regardless of country or anything.
Febvre out of 6 and out of the race. Maxime Renault, he's down in 11th position. That will probably promote the Netherlands. Oh, he just came up short, and then he just lands, just lays it down. So not sure what happened there then.
I'd rather see that,
yes,
than, because that was a controlled decision by him to stop and lay down. We don't know what's wrong or anything, but I would rather see that than him cartwheeling and ending up like that.
Still nothing in it between these two. So the Netherlands on their way. There's Jeffrey Hurlings. He is in 5th place. He was ahead of Feather anyway, but I think it will promote them to a bronze medal when everything sorts itself out in a few seconds' time. 2 to go. Jett Lawrence still leads Tim Gajser.
Yeah, this thing's not over yet. I don't think Tim's given up on this race win yet. Lappers are all in the way.
Whoa,
Jett, big mistake. Yep, it's not.
And he has to park
right
it.
Here.
Gajser's coming back.
Yep, not over yet. Around the outside.
Gajser can't squeeze his way through. What a race between these two. Tommy Searle moves out of the way for Great Britain. And Gajser coming back for more. And Gajser, I was going to say, briefly regains the lead. But they're side by side. Lawrence looks across. And he's going to get held up behind the back marker. They both are. Got to go to the outside here. Oh, somehow Gajser found a line.
Got to do the quad.
He will quad. Gajser, is it quicker? Well, he's not lost too much time, has he?
It's not much. No, you just don't want to give it up any ground in that situation. But these guys, forget about country, forget about any of that. Both of these guys are just trying to win this individual race.
Personal
Absolutely
pride.
It is.
Bragging rights.
Yep.
Is there going to be a last throw of the dice for Tim Gajser? Knows they can't win for Slovenia overall or get on the podium.
This outside's been really slow, and yeah, he's trying everything, right? He's trying every line. That outside has just not worked all weekend.
Ricciotti, the Italian commentator, going absolutely bonkers, as are the British commentators on the infield, the French, and even us two, occasionally trying to keep ourselves composed.
Yeah, and honestly, you know, Jett's given Tim Gajser life. He's made big mistakes. He's kept him in the fight, and it made, you know, we'll see how this last lap shapes up, but had he been cleaner in the last lap or two, he wouldn't have to have this last lap battle.
Into the final lap, the gap between Jett Lawrence and Tim Gajser still hovering around about 0.8 of a second.
See Jett go up the very inside, Tim pushing deep into the outside. Jett able to use that berm this time, but you see how much drive Tim's getting from coming around that outside.
Oh, I tell you what, he's gained some ground there as well, hasn't he? Finds himself in a charging position once again. Back markers. Jett Lawrence having to think fast on his feet. Something that isn't alien to him. A guy that can switch up lines.
Jett going to go back to the preferred outside here.
Yeah, on the back wheel. And again,
Tim's just trying every line possible.
Prado for Spain, down in 14th place. I'm not sure if he fell or if he... Oh, I tell you what, there was a big panic rev there for Gajser as well. He got pitched forward. Back markers ahead. Can he quad his way through? No, he decides to triple his way through there between the two back markers. Think he's got enough in hand here at the moment with about a half a lap to go. Jett Lawrence still pushing. You know what? Gajser has worked Lawrence very, very well, hasn't he?
Yeah,
and it's probably a working that Jett hasn't had this year on that many occasions.
That was a great response. I don't think Tim took any of that laying down, right? I think this corner, him going outside trying to make something happen, was a big moment. He lost so much time last lap.
And he switches back this time, but it's too little too late. We're a handful of corners away from Jett Lawrence. He was victorious in race 2, and he's going to be victorious in race 3. He's going to go 1-1 to win the open class, surely. Gajser having one more attempt. He's going to throw one more attack at Jett Lawrence. Hunter Lawrence in 4th place. Mistake there, a nervous look over the shoulder for the number 6. 2 corners to go. Gajser runs it down the inside. Oh, Gajser! He takes the lead away. Gajser wins the race. Wow, what a race! Australia, though, they will win the Motocross of Nations 2024. What a race, what a finale, what a last lap for Tim Gajser. We thought he was out of it. 2 Hondas, 1 and 2. It's 26 points for Australia, the USA on 29. Team Australia, though, on the top step for the first time. Look at this here. Look how committed Jett was and how he had to just switch off. Gajser, you know what? 11 out of 10 for effort there, dude. Seriously. I never saw that coming, but as soon as he took off and started going from right to left, uphill, that was it. Australia have won the 2024 Monster Energy, FIM, Motocross of Nations. They only ever had 3 podiums before that. 2 thirds and a second last year. And they go one better, 3-2-1 for the green and gold. Team Australia. I'm not sure they know it yet. I mean, they do, but the rest of the team, where are they? Jeff Lees has come out with an army full.
Tell you what, if Gajser makes contact there, Jett goes down, Gajser's going to have to fight his way through Australians to leave the property.
Well, they won't let him in Darwin next year for the GP, whenever it is in September. But the Aussies on top for the first time. Gajser goes back-to-back wins. He wins race 1, he wins race 3. Jeremy Seawer congratulating his good buddy there, Hunter Lawrence. Jeffrey Hurlings, congratulations all round. All of a sudden, the news is out there. Australia victorious. Oh, I tell you what, the Velcro, the Velcro gloves, they're coming off. The kangaroos are getting it. Oh, there's me buddy there in the green cap, Ian Humphries.
That's been right a long time coming for Australia. Long time.
It's a good job we've got a flip roof here.
I knew Gajser wasn't done, right? And Jett was kind of being cautious the last lap, going inside everywhere. And Gajser he has nothing to lose, right? There's absolutely nothing for Gajser to lose. So, I mean, kudos to Tim Gajser. That could have been disaster had it gone differently.
So Gajser wins a race from Jett Lawrence, Eli Tomac third, Hunter Lawrence fourth, Jeffrey Hurlings, Jeremy Seawer, Ferrato, Plessinger, Renault and Roxon. A shame for Roman Fevre. That incident with him cost him a podium, and it's going to end. Australia on 26, America, the USA on 29, the Netherlands on 36. Rene there, and the celebrations begin. Apologies for any language that you might hear, but I'm only going to say that one time. Emotions, raw emotion for everybody down there behind the podium area. But Jett Lawrence has pretty much won everything there is to win now. And Motocross of Nations, he's won indoors, he's won outdoors, both classes. Yeah, he's won SMX.
I'm happy to see him, like, he loses the moto in the last corner and he doesn't care. He's like, okay, yeah, moving on. Great job. That's, I think sportsmanship and understanding. They both rode phenomenally well in that race.
Right. Lisa Leyland. It's a little bit calmer down there than it was a week ago in Spain when she got trampled on. But Lisa Leyland is with Team Australia. Take it away, Lisa.
Massive congratulations, guys. Team Australia have won the 2024 Monster Energy Motocross of Nations for the first time. You made history today.
Sounds good. Sounds unreal. I had to hear you say it twice. Boys, what an incredible year. Man, what a way to seal it off. So proud of these boys. Jett, he's a freak, as we all know. Kyle, unreal, mate, unreal. Super happy. Man, shitty weather, but what a great day.
Thank you.
Oh, they're going to celebrate tonight. Kyle Webster in the middle. They counted his first score, 11 points. They ditched his second one. It was down to the Lawrence brothers in the end, in the final race, to make things happen. And when they crossed the line, 3 points in it between Australia and the USA. And Jason Thomas, what an absolute race that final race was. Bragging rights between Gajser and Jett. Gajser wanted it the most. He did not give up. But you cannot take anything away from the Australians, because they have won the Motocross of Nations for the first time in their history, and that goes back since 1947.
Got the job done. They've had so many times where they've lost this and had a chance. They finally executed today and got the job done.
Give me the race result then. Tim Gajser with a dramatic win through the final couple of corners to edge out Jett Lawrence. Eli Tomac third, about 8 seconds further back. Decent race for for Tomac. Hunter Lawrence fourth, Hurlings fifth, Seawer, Ferrato and Plessinger. That was still a good ride for the American. Good backup for Eli Tomac to help them secure a silver medal. Maxim Renault 9 and Ken Roxon 10. Then we had Enzo Lopes, Ruben Fernandez, Dylan Wright, Jorge Prado down in 14th, Glenn Koldenoff. And then just behind them, the rest of the riders, Panzer, Guillaume, Bonacorsi, Muse and Hirtz. And so on and so on. But the kangaroo better watch out. There's there'll be a few drunken Aussies on the prowl later on. The overall belongs to Australia, 26 points to win the Monster Energy FIM Motocross of Nations for the first time ever. The USA come home a very close second, the Netherlands third, Spain promote to fourth at the expense of France, who round out in fifth place. Australia go to Ironman 12 months from now, 1, 2 and 3 for the first time in their careers.
Well earned, and I think for Team USA, they absolutely showed up. So many questions, so much change coming in. For them to get second, it's a win on some level for Team USA today.
I'm still stunned by what we just saw in that final race. So much happening, but that fight for supremacy, that battle for supremacy between the two Honda boys.
Yep.
And at times it got close.
Yeah, give Gajser a ton of credit, right? He's able to race pressure-free, but that was an incredible last corner pass.
Take a look at the foxhole shot. Your guess is as good as mine. But Eli Tomac by about a week.
Yep. And they needed it. They needed him to get out front and put in that result. I think that's the first one of those he's ever received in his career, right there.
Probably why he looks a little bit
He has no idea what's happening. Yep. Why am I here?
$1,000
Is this the podium? You're going to give me money? Okay.
He's going to be second overall. And you know what? Eli Tomac, his personal record in the Monster Energy Motocross of Nations has been a good one. His fifth appearance going back to 2013, 2014, 18 and 22. Second in Germany with a second and a 16. That was the one where, it's like an episode of Friends, he hit that monster mountain when he was challenging Kenny Roczen in the MX2 category. Third in Latvia. They were winners in the USA, so 4 medals in 5 attempts. It's not bad going, but nothing less than a win would have done at the start of the weekend. But you know what? Second is still a great achievement.
As an American, if you had proposed a second on the weekend coming into the weekend, I would have taken it every time.
With all of the chaos surrounding the
100%.
team selection and the changes that they had to make?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's always an impressive podium, isn't it? Motocross of Nations, whether you're in France, whether you're in Redbird a couple of years ago. In fact, I think I had to kick you out of the booth so you could enjoy the national anthem.
I did.
And you did enjoy.
Yeah, but I'm happy for Australia. You know, to get here, to get to England from Australia is a full day, maybe 36 hours of flying to arrive here and to be here for this moment, the first time ever. None of those people will regret any second of that travel.
The Netherlands, their 16th podium in this event. Glenn Koldenhoff, Kai de Wolf, Jeffrey Hurlings, and the team manager right there with them, Marcel Dorfner. Team USA, Eli Tomac, Aaron Plessinger. He's going to enjoy it the most. What a difference a year can make. Cooper Webb on the podium as well this weekend. Cooper Webb, his third appearance, his third medal as well. The second in 2015, third in 2016. And of course, Roger De Costa, infinity amount of medals. Team Australia, stand up and take a bow. Winners of the Monster Energy FIM Motocross of Nations for the first time. Sorry, Barry Forschland, the team manager for the Netherlands, I apologise, but Team Australia, Jett Lawrence, Kyle Webster, Hunter Lawrence, Michael Byrne, and everybody there in the backroom staff. What a way to round out 2024. Tim Lightfoot, the ACU president, handing the third place trophy to the Netherlands. Barry Forschland right there, taking the trophy, his third year in the job. Second overall, and this trophy presented by Mr. Jorge Viegas, the FIM president. Handing the third place trophy, actually, so the other one was the Monster one. This is the third place official trophy for the Netherlands. Sorry, what time did you say your flight was?
Not till Tuesday. I'm here for the duration today, Paul.
Tourist mode. Team USA Ryan Villapoto, Monster Energy Ambassador and Motocross of Nations, what, 4 times? For
First time ever was 06 here.
Yes.
Won it.
Won it. So great to have Team USA on the podium here this weekend. Eli Tomac, Cooper Webb, Aaron Plessinger, and of course Roger De Costa. Jorge Villegas, the FIM president, handing the second place trophy to Team USA. And as you say, if you would have put that on the cards at the start of the weekend, I'm sure they would have taken it. There's 3 points in it in the end. David Luongo, the In-Front Motor Racing CEO, will just hand the... it's not the official trophy just yet. Hunter Lawrence has never seen the official trophy, so he's probably thinking, was that it? No, 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 the Peter Chamberlain trophy.
You could hand him anything and they would be cheering right now.
But that's the commemorative trophy. But the Peter Chamberlain trophy, for the first time in history since 1947, Australia win at Matterley Basin. They are the world champions 2024. Well, it was worth the trip, wasn't it? Jeff Lees picked a great weekend to bring 70-odd Aussies over on his trip, stuck them in VIP. They were cheering on the final turn. Mr. Antonio Alia Portela, the FIM CMS director, handing gold plates to the new world champions, Team Australia, Carl Webster, Jett Lawrence, Hunter Lawrence, and Michael Byrne.
It's 2:56 a.m. in Sydney at the moment, and there are some happy
They don't care
Australians
about
in the middle
that.
of the night.
They're not going to stop. They are not going to stop. I know Yariv is not going to stop. Tim Gajser, the MXGP class winner. 1-1, and what a fantastic fight we saw between him and Jett Lawrence to win the MXGP class outright. That's for the class win, of course, for Kai de Wolf in MX2. 2 solid rides for the Dutchman. Carlos Rachel is second overall in that classification, but Jett Lawrence, another gold plate for him. And Jett Lawrence, open class win in 2022 with a 1-2. Second overall last year, third overall in Redbird. He goes one better here this weekend. So Tim Gajser, the MXGP class winner. Jett Lawrence, the open class winner. Kai de Wolf winning the MX2 category. I think the gold plates, the trophies have all been dished out. The green and gold of Australia getting ready to hear the national anthem at the Motocross of Nations for the first time in history. And if you are wide awake on the other side of the world, down under, be upstanding if you can be, and stand tall and proud. Team Australia World Champions 2024 as they lift the Peter Chamberlain Trophy here at the 77th edition of the Monster Energy FIM Motocross of Nations here at Matterley Basin, Great Britain. Team USA second overall, third for the Netherlands. And what a weekend it has been, and what fantastic racing. Let the fun and games begin. Let the fun and games begin.
Yeah, Bernard just there for all the champagne. He's been a member of that team many, many times. Now moving on to the team manager role. This is a big moment for them.
Wow. What a weekend we have experienced here this weekend. The music's cranked up. No point going anywhere soon. Let's watch again the highlights of that final race, and what a race it was. The big hitters in the 450 category, MXGP, MX Open, and Eli Tomac with a rare hole shot as he finds his way through the first turn, leading at the start of the race. Jeremy C were right there in second, but it wasn't long before Hunter Lawrence and Jorge Prado got in on the act. Gajser in about 5th place alongside the Spaniard, and Fever in there as well. Kenny Roxon and Jeffrey Hurlings right there. Jett Lawrence still here in about 12th place, looks struggling through the first couple of corners. That shows how impressive it was. But Tomac found his way to the lead. He was under pressure from Prado. Then Gajser struck. Gajser all of a sudden finding his way past. Lawrence then past the Spaniard as he moved into 3rd place as he went after Gajser, who was chasing down Eli Tomac. Jett Lawrence then got on the charge. He too moved ahead of Prado. But this was the battle that we saw early on and didn't think that we were going to get any better than that, Jason.
Yeah,
as Gajser took over from Tomac.
I thought Gajser would have checked out in that moment, but in the end, he still got the job done. See Jett Lawrence making the pass on Tomac.
And then all of a sudden, Maxime Renault, he fell. And as he fell, his teammate, Romain Fevre, also fell. And that was the French off of the podium. Bar to bar between Gajser and Jett Lawrence. Lawrence up the inside, somehow squeezed through to take over the lead. That was France's dreams over of a podium as Gajser came up short. Final couple of corners. Watch the commitment here. Gajser decisive down the inside, and Jett Lawrence robbed of victory on the race. Gajser won the race, but Jett Lawrence second, and Hunter Lawrence for enough for Australia to win for the first time. And here they are with Lisa.
Team Australia, massive congratulations. Let's start with you, Jett. 2 totally different races. That first race, leading the way, you made it look easy. Second race, some close battles there with Gajser, but a fantastic performance and the open class win.
Yeah, no, it was good. The first one was nice and cruisy. The second one didn't get as good a start, but made it exciting. Had to get a good flow going. Was able to reel the front boys in and had got around Tim, but then he got payback from last year on the last lap. I got him on the last lap last year. He got me this time for a better position. But no, it was good. I'm more just excited and happy for Australia, man. It's a first timer, and I'm pumped we're able to do that with these 2 other guys, and it's just unreal.
Great job. Hunter, you got the start, you held your own, nice battle with Prado. Tell us about your weekend.
Good weekend, man. I could care less about my weekend right now. I just can't help but think of all the Australians back home, everyone that's following, supporting us, staying up late. I think it's late there. Thank you to everyone that fundraised and got us here. We appreciate it, and we're just so freaking pumped to get a gold plate for Australia for the first time ever.
Well deserved. Carl, you played your part as well. Just tell us, what was it like to be on that podium with that crowd, hearing your anthem, and for the first time for the team?
Yeah, unbelievable. These 2 boys did something else in that second moto. That was unreal. So, like Hunter said, big shout out to everybody at home, everyone who made it possible for us, the fundraisers, everyone who made it over here to watch, support. It's massive, and to be a part of the first time for Australia, it's something else. I'm stoked.
Enjoy this moment, guys. Congratulations.
USA's there.
Let's hear from Team USA. They're getting into position, getting ready to talk to Lisa. Of course, Eli Tomac, Aaron Plessinger, and Cooper Webb.
Yeah, baby! USA! Let's go!
Team USA, massive congratulations. A lot of uncertainty about you guys coming into the weekend, but I think we can safely say it was worth it.
Oh, 100%. I mean, we gave a strong effort. Of course, we want the win. Did what we could, and I'm proud of both these guys. And we put in the fight, just a little bit short, but overall, okay weekend.
Congratulations. Thank you. Team USA there.
And then Team the Netherlands, of course, third overall. They've had a fantastic run of podiums over the past few years, haven't they? Including winning it at home in Assen in the Netherlands. Kai de Wolf, Glenn Koldenoff, Jeffrey Hurlings. Let's hear what they have to say. Here they are with Lisa.
Okay, on the third step of that podium, we have Team the Netherlands. 16th podium for you guys. Honestly, it wasn't an easy weekend. It went down to that final race, but you got the job done, and again, you're on that podium.
Yeah, I think we were all quite much on the ground, and especially me, first lap and the second moto made it very hard. And but in the end, you know, we finished again on the podium. I think that's really positive for us. And so, yeah. Say it again, please.
Yeah, it was a good day. Me, Jeffrey and Glenn both gave it all, so can't thank this team enough. And it was amazing to stand on this podium with this crowd. So yeah, another goal played to wrap up the season, so I'm pretty happy.
Jeffrey, you had to dig in deep in both races.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I didn't make it easy on myself. When I got a good start, I would crash, and then the second moto, I didn't really have a good start. But I keep fighting, you know, for the Dutch country. So we did our best. You know, I'm really proud with the team that we could sit on the podium. It was till the end was a difficult one, but yeah, hopefully we get 2 steps higher again next year.
Okay, well, enjoy the podium this weekend. Thank you.
Yeah, the Netherlands, who were victorious in 2019. Jeffrey Hurlings and, of course, Glenn Koldenoff, who second overall on multiple occasions, 16, 17, 18 and 21, of course. But another third step for the Netherlands here. Fascinating final race and a fascinating end to the Motocross of Nations, JT.
I mean, what more could you want? This race truly had everything. I think it had the legends that, like Eli Tomac, that have been here for a decade now, as the new stars, guys like Jett Lawrence that are coming to the forefront. Cooper Webb, the most unlikely hero that he was not even talked about until 2 weeks ago, attending this event, giving them a good score.
Yeah, and Aaron Plessinger is second, Nations overseas, getting himself on the podium as well. Fantastic achievement for Team USA. But hats off and congratulations to Team Australia. Jett Lawrence, Carl Webster, Hunter Lawrence, Michael Byrne, everybody in the backroom staff, everybody at Motorcycle Australia. Australia on top of the world in 2024 as they win the Monster Energy FIM Motocross of Nations here in Great Britain. Congratulations, guys and girls. Job now to get them up to the press conference on the back of the Ram trucks, I guess, but show you the best moments. And JT, it has been a fantastic way to round out 2024, hasn't it?
It has been, and thankfully the weather somewhat cooperated. It was beautiful all the way through today. Gave us the best racing we could possibly ask for.
Well, determined beautiful, first of all.
Well,
no
you know,
rain. No
yeah,
real rain.
We got mist and whatever, but the track was raceable. It was difficult. It was challenging. I think it really tested all of the riders, and that's what you want. See, Red Bull KTM's Pit Buyer there. All the stars were out this weekend, and for good reason. This is as good as it gets for motocross.
Yeah, there were some outstanding results. There's some fantastic racing as well. Great battles. But it always comes down to the final race. And it did once again. Eli Tomac keeping the USA in it. I think we had USA leading at one point. Australia led at one point. The Netherlands led coming into the final race. That's how tight it was.
Yeah, that third race, you see the tension on Michael Byrne's face. And, you know, Stephanie Nutter from Team USA, everybody knew what was on the line each and every pass. Maxime Renault's crashes, and that's how it was. That's how it changed each and every time.
So congratulations, Team Australia winning here at Matterley Basin, Team USA second, and of course Netherlands in third. We will be back to do it all again next year. My name's Paul Malin. Jason Thomas, thank you for your visits through MXGP in 2024 and right here again at the Monster Energy FIM Motocross of Nations. It's been a good one, this one, and we'll do it again in Ironman on your home turf.
Can't wait. It's been a pleasure.
Right, that's it. We're out of time. The 2024 season is over. From me, Paul Malin, Jason Thomas, Lisa Lehnen, and the rest of the team. Thank you for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.